Hey y'all. Hey Grateful Heart. Hey Carrie. Hey Kay. Hey Hattie. Hey y'all. I think we a little late. I think.
Are we?
You sure?
Yeah. Are we a little late?
I think we a little late.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for us being a little late.
I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, we a lot late.
Ooh.
We a lot late. Hey y'all.
Oh. Who in the chat, Joseph?
Uh, who's in the chat? Hattie, Kay, Grateful Heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's who in the chat for now. That's who I saw. Hold on. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. I'm coming.
No, it won't let me do something, so I'll be right back, guys. So, Joseph, I'm Sam.
Oh, oh, come on, man.
Mhm.
Hold on, y'all.
Man,
I could have did it from my phone. It just regulated everything on my phone wrong. Hey, William. Hey, Melissa.
okay, we got Grateful Heart. We got everybody in here tonight, huh?
Not quite
I
yet.
thought we was waiting for everybody in here. Well, y'all, thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to Pillow Talk. Welcome one, welcome all. Um, to those of you that are new to the channel, of course, make sure you hit the like button as you come in, and hit the subscribe as well. Make sure you hit the shaded subscribe button so that you will know when we drop new videos or when we go live, okay? With that being said, y'all, let's have some pillow talk. Joseph,
Uh huh.
it's been quite a explosive day. You know, Tory Lanez, uh, the young rapper that was accused of shooting Meg Thee Stallion, was convicted today. The jury found him guilty on all three charges, and it was, from what I see, an explosive courtroom. The verdict being read was explosive. The father, Tory's father, came out and he made a statement. He was livid. He was talking about Rock Nation and Jay Z, and he said some other things as well. I'm trying to find out what that is all about. He said that the reason why he mentioned Rock Nation, Jay Z.
I thought you were sharing.
Tory was supposed to be. He was offered a deal with Rock Nation. He allegedly turned it down based on what I was information that was given. And that is the reason why Rock Nation was against him. But his father seems to think that Rock Nation has some type of inside connection with probably the prosecutor's office or the court or the judge or someone in this case that caused Tory Lanez to be found guilty. Now, you know, with all of that being said, okay, you know, everybody's so upset because he was found guilty. They saying, "Oh, justice wasn't served," whatever. The fact of the matter is this girl was shot in her feet. She was shot. So what I don't understand is that we, as a culture, and we as a people, and y'all know what I mean when I say people, we as a people are upset with Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, yeah, she wasn't the angel in this whole scenario, but nobody deserves to get shot. Nobody, Joseph.
Alicia.
I don't understand
why nobody deserves to get shot. Period.
Right.
But at the same time, she lied. Everybody, oh, she's a liar. She's a liar. She's a liar. She lied so that this would not happen.
Right, she did. She at first
she lied so he wouldn't get arrested on the spot.
She wasn't going to say anything until he started running his mouth, and she was like, "You shot me, you know. Don't try to play me. Stop trying to play me." And that's what he was doing. Tory Lanez, and his record label went on a smear campaign to smear Megan's name, to smear her reputation in the rap community. And they, for a while, they succeeded. They did. They succeeded in doing, in doing what they set out to do. Y'all, this girl got shot.
And she might not have been able to walk again.
Right.
She might not have been able to wear heels again.
She tried to cover it up. She tried to really not say anything about this. But when she got to the hospital, Joseph, they looked inside her feet and they saw all these fragments. And they were trying to figure out what they were. So they sent them for a test. And it was discovered they were gunshot fragments.
All right. It wasn't
she knew, but she wasn't going to say anything. Yeah, she said it was glass. Is that what we doing, y'all? Is that what we doing when the bad person gets convicted? Do we now go to the victim and say this is your fault? How is it her fault she got shot? Or just because she said his music was trash? He said her music was trash. They were in an argument. They were in a heated argument about what the world may never know because everybody lied in that scenario. Everybody lied in that scenario. So we may never know exactly what they were arguing about, but they were arguing about something. And that's not important. What's important is this girl was shot several times in her feet. She was told to dance like she was some goddamn slave. This is what happened to her. And everybody now is coming down on her because he got convicted. Oh, now another thing they was trying to say, they was trying to imply that Kelsey was the one that shot Megan. And Kelsey was like, I did not shoot him. They found gunshot residue on her. But it was determined that the gunshot residue that was found on her was because she was standing next to him. She was right next to him. Right. She was right near him. So that's how she got gunshot residue on her. But as far as shooting a gun, they did a gunshot residue test. She didn't have any gunshot residue on her hands. Tory did. Did he have it? I think they said he didn't have it on the trigger finger or something. Remember? They did a gunshot residue test and they found that, there was some gunshot residue that was, I think it wasn't on his trigger finger. But the fact of the matter is this boy shot her. He shot her. And we shouldn't be sitting here making noise about Meg Thee Stallion, we should be making noise about Tory Lanez and saying, yes, justice was served today. Because justice was served today, child. Justice was served. If he had, could you imagine if he got off?
Yeah, they would have been happy.
People would have been happy, but then he would have been able to boast. Yeah. This bitch is fucking with me, so I shot ass in the fucking feet. It sends a message, and I'm telling you, the prosecution. I mean, they gonna make an example out of him in sentencing.
Well, Melissa, she tried to keep it quiet so that exactly what happened would not have happened. So that's why she lied and said she stepped on glass, and hey Monique, she lied and said she stepped on glass and all this other stuff because she didn't want him to get arrested. She didn't want another black man to go through the system.
Right.
So she lied. But then when he went on social media and everybody that was with them went on social media and started telling their stories, that's when she was like, oh, wait a minute, fuck this.
No, he started talking shit.
No, but then Kelsey started talking, and then that Kardashian started talking.
Right.
Everybody started talking, and she was like, well, wait a minute, I'm trying to protect you. And you sitting up here acting like you a big man because you shot, and you know damn well you shot me. So I'm not protecting you no more. I don't blame her. If I'm trying to protect somebody for the reason of what happened today, and you gonna sit up there and tell everybody, yeah, I didn't shoot him and he deserved it.
Well, yeah, I shot the bitch.
Or whatever. And, you know, that's just not cool. That's not cool to me at all. That's just not cool to me at all. So
no, he was like boasting and bragging, you know, about the whole incident and, you know, making her look like she was a dummy or she was a fool. She was like, oh, no, you're not. And I don't blame her. I'll be like, nigga, I'm sitting here trying to keep quiet and not say nothing, and you running your mouth. All y'all. But now everybody is mad at Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh, well, be mad.
That's what I say. Get mad, get glass, scratch your ass.
Oh, well, be mad. And on a lighter note, y'all, I don't know if you went to the community page and saw that I posted the email I sent the winner today.
Yes. The winner, we
sent them the money.
We confirmed the winner of the Get Your Blessing campaign. And I don't know if Joseph had was able to get her permission to tell her name or what. You know, I don't know if she's in the comment section, but congratulations to you.
Well, if Tawny is here, thank you for giving us her story and her name, because you entered her into the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was your best friend, and she told me y'all have been best friends for 20 years, and that's one of the best things that has ever happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
You and her becoming best friends for over 20 years,
mm-hmm.
and how much she really loved you. Tawny's there. Tawny is right there. You're welcome, Tawny. And I contacted her early this morning, and because Tramel was like, you know what? We was on our way to dialysis, and he was like, you know what? You're right. We might as well, because only one person sent us somebody and the story. So you're right. You might as well. And Tawny had told me what her and her fiance do. So that's why I was like kind of adamant last night of why I wanted to do it early. So that if they wanted to get their son something, because they just got jobs in retail. So, you know, retail, they're going to be open today. They're going to be open tomorrow.
It's hard.
Hey, Janae. That's her.
Who?
Janae.
Okay. Well, you need to tell her story.
Huh?
The people need to hear.
Hey, Luna. Yes, y'all say congratulations to Janae.
The people need to hear her story. So, just read.
Well, just a little of what Tawny sent me. Tawny had told me that she had been through some hard times trying to give birth, and then she ended up adopting a son, which in my right is a wonderful thing because you had an issue and then you were able to help someone else out that had an issue.
Right.
Then she told me they lost their apartment, and her and fiance lost the apartment. They didn't have jobs. They just got jobs in retail.
Wow.
And they were struggling. And that's why I told y'all when I read the story, I was like, oh my God, because that was me in 2016. But
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
really
trying
hard.
to have a child, but y'all know I don't do the kids.
Trust me,
But
I know the struggle. I know the struggle. I know the whole thing that she's talking. I know that struggle. I've been there before. Go ahead, finish telling them about it.
no. And that was basically it. That was, I mean, she ironed it out well, way more than what I did. But when I read it, I was like, wow. And that's why I kept telling y'all, if y'all don't send me somebody, Janae's going to win. Mm-hmm. If y'all don't send me somebody, Janae's going to win, because what pot was there to put other names in?
Well, you know, rightfully so. She won. That's it. Period. Point blank. We congratulate you, Janae. Janae, we congratulate you, and we hope that the gift of
that we sent was enough to help you do something this Christmas.
We hope that you will be able to do something with this gift. It comes from the hearts of the people here in the McRae Kingdom. It comes at the heart of the McRaeKingz.
Yes,
it comes with all the love and honor. And we just wanted to be a blessing to somebody. So this is our way of blessing you.
And that's why I removed her name off the email, but I posted the email that I sent her because I wanted you all to see that me and Tramel didn't just take credit for ourselves. Mm-hmm. We let her know that all our lords, ladies, knights, everybody in the McRae Kingdom contributed what they could so that we can give her a blessed Christmas.
Right.
We did. If you guys want to come up and say something, Melissa just dropped the link. You can hit the StreamYard. Y'all see me and Tramel ain't on. If y'all don't want to come on, y'all don't have to come on. Hey, Rabbi Lifestyle. If y'all want to come up and say something, y'all can. Oh, I sent we was in dialysis when I typed her the email, and I sent it to Tramel, and he was like, "Oh my God, I know my husband. I know when he read it, he started getting teary eyed. I did when I was writing it, and because it just made me feel good. Like I told y'all, we teamed with Monica Views and News last year and did something similar to this, but the lady just was requested. She made an Amazon wish list, and she was just requesting toys for her child. So we got the list and we put it on our channel, and some of our viewers and subscribers brought the little boys toys so that they have something for Christmas. And the lady was so thankful. She was so thankful to Monica and us. And I feel like this. If you can help somebody, especially around Christmas time, that's what Christmas is about.
It warmed my heart. Today warmed my heart. And thank you to the people in the comment section. Thank you. This would not have been successful without the encouragement, without the love and support of you guys. You guys inspired us, and this was inspired. We were inspired by the McRae Kingdom to do this whole thing.
Right.
Because we wanted to show that, in spite of everything that goes on in life, there's somebody out there that doesn't have as much as you do. And we as people need to start appreciating the fact. We need to start appreciating what we have, and stop, thinking about what we fall short on. And I'm not saying you're supposed to you're supposed to put the gauntlet down or say, well, you're going to be staying in the same place. This should be the lesson in it for me is I'm going to continue to evolve.
Hey, Montana.
Because it's hard. It's hard for all of us out here. It is. It's hard for all of us out here. I want to continue to be a better me every day.
Yes, I want to be a blessing. People bless me and Tremel all the time. Me and Tremel, we did that Get Your Blessing. We did the video about being blessed and stuff like that. And the very next day, we got a blessing that was, when I tell you, out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
And it was like we both wanted to just, we probably would have hurt ourselves, our old crippled asses. We really both wanted to jump up and shout. And you know me, Ishalala, Kandala, Robo Shanda. I was giving all of that because when I tell you it came out of nowhere, it came out of nowhere. And we really needed it. And you guys don't, if you don't bless people, you will never be blessed. Even when you don't have it to bless people, I've been in situations where y'all know we on disability and we've still blessed people, and we try, and it's like, Tremel, we really shouldn't be doing this because I'm the first one to go. He goes, but babe, I think we should. And I'm like, okay, if you want to do it, then do it. And we do what we do as much as we can and stuff like that. So, I am just grateful that we could help somebody that really needed the help. Yeah. And, or could really use the help. I'm not going to say necessarily need it, but could use the help. Because that's a wonderful thing. I'd rather give it to somebody that needed it than somebody that just wanted it. Because they, like I said the other night when that person came in and talked about, oh, where do I send the story? I was like, well, you got to send at least $2 if you want to enter a person's name. Magically, they didn't send no Cash App, nor did they send a story. What you're not going to do is try to play the McRaeKingz. But I ain't never seen them in here, ever. Now, if they sitting in the bushes and one of the bush babies, then that's cool. But you ain't never typed in this chat before, but all of a sudden now we doing a giveaway. All of a sudden, where do I send a message? And da-da-da-da-da. No, boo. First you send the Cash App, then you send the message. How about that? Because that's how it was going around. And I appreciate everybody that did send a Cash App. I really appreciate all of you. It was substantial. It was more than what I thought we were going to have to send. But it was enough that I wasn't embarrassed that we sent it. Right. So I appreciate all of you that gave, all of you that tried to, that contributed. And like I said, the email I sent her is on the community wall. Right. Just minus her name because I didn't want to put her name out there like that. But I wanted you guys to know that me and Tremel did not take full credit for that. I let her know that our lords, ladies, and knights all contributed.
He sure did.
Our situation.
And that's what really got my heart when you said that. You know that, right?
Happy holidays to you too, Janae. And I hope you are able to use it in a way that will just bless you, your family, and anyone else that you may need to bless.
And God bless you. God bless you. God bless all of us. I'm Tiny Tim now. God bless us all, everyone. Everyone. Because that's how I'm feeling today. Just, I'm feeling it felt good to do.
It did.
It felt good to do. Maybe we'll do a Get Your Black. We need to start. We need to go back.
We used to do it every Friday.
Right.
And just give it to somebody in the chat. We used to do it every Friday and just give it to somebody in the chat. Yeah. Whoever contributed at least $5, we would put your name in the hat, and then at the end of the live, we would just pick a name and Cash App the person that won. So if it was only $5, if they sent $5 and nobody else did, they would get their $5 back. If 15 people sent $5, we would Cash App whoever name we pulled out the hat. We did it right in front of the lives. If you go back to some of our older lives, you'll see we used to do Get Your Blessing Friday. Yeah. And that was good, but like
this felt good.
Christmas time just feels even better.
Yeah. And it felt even better to get to know the person that we were sending it to a little bit. Because when we did get your blessing Friday,
Right. We knew we didn't know them, but it was people in our chat sending
right.
it to somebody that we didn't know and hearing their story.
Hmm.
And like the story just,
Yeah, it did
it
it for me.
touched me.
It
They,
touched
they
me too.
just, because I've been there.
Me
I
too.
might not have been through all the things, the same things, but I've been
I've
there.
been there. Yeah,
And it's
we
like,
all have been there. We
right.
all have been in a place where, oh my God, you were just down on your luck, and it's just all these bad things were happening, and you were like, what do I do? And praise God, I was able to get my
Hey,
bearings.
Trisha.
I was able to get my bearings, and I was able to slowly get back on my feet. But y'all, there are some people that go through the same thing, and they be trying to get on their feet, and it's so hard. It's a struggle. It's a struggle,
That was me.
and especially in this day and age. You got people walking around now. You got COVID to worry about. You got your job to worry about. You got so many different things. You got your children to worry about. You don't know if they're gonna put them in school or in homeschool. What they're gonna do if they do that? You got to find a babysitter. If you do that, then you may have to leave your job. It's so many things happening.
Let me tell y'all something. When you go from being the person that helps everybody to now being the person that needs help, one,
That's
you
deep.
are going to find out who your friends really are in that moment.
Yeah, you are.
Two, you're gonna feel some kind of way because now you have to depend on people. Hey Leon, well you never had to depend on people before in your life. I got fired from my job when they told me I had to do dialysis because they said I couldn't work with the limitations that I was working in retail. And I got fired because they said I couldn't work with the limitations the doctor gave me because I had the fistula in my arm. So I couldn't pick up heavy stuff. They lied when I went to unemployment and said that I quit, and they have a letter showing that I quit. So unemployment didn't, that was probably in August. Unemployment didn't schedule a meeting with me until November. So I had no money. Then I don't know about any place else, but in New Jersey, you have to be legally disabled with kidney disease for 5 months. So I had absolutely not a dime coming in for 5 months, not a penny.
Right.
So thank God my sister and her husband were gracious enough to take care of me for the 5 months. I mean, everything, food, shelter, they took care of me for 5 months. And one day I spoke to the people at unemployment and they're telling me all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's a lie. I have text messages between me and my manager showing that I didn't quit. And they're like, well, I can't do that. But they were nice enough to you say, well, if you had my email, and they gave me the email and I was able to send them the text messages and just out of the blue, because they told me to file anyway. Out of the blue, something said check your bank account. And I'm sitting there, in my head, I'm sitting there going, for what? It's negative $30. So something just said check your bank account. So I checked my bank account. It's over $800 in there. I almost passed out. It was all my unemployment money. And I was like, okay. So I gave my sister I gave her half because I was like, I owe you this. And don't tell me no. She didn't want to take it. She was like, no, you just take it. And I said, no, I want you to have. She said, all right, I don't want all of this. I'll just want half of this. So I said, okay, I gave her half. I gave her what she wanted. Then my disability kicked in. And I had been looking for a car the whole time. And I could not find a buy here, pay here place like I wanted to because my other car had got repossessed. So I knew that I had to go to like a buy here, pay here place. And when I was looking before, when I had the job and before I had to go on dialysis, they were telling me they were all around where I was living at the time with my sister and they would never pop up. So as soon as I get my disability money, something in my head said, do it now. And I'm like, do what now? And it's like, look for a car now. So I'm like, no, child, I'm not wasting my time. But I told y'all, when I hear that little voice, I listen. And this is why I listen now. So I Googled buy here, pay here. I swear to God, about 30 places popped up. And I'm like, huh? This didn't happen before. So I'm like, the hell? So the first place I went to, I saw what they wanted weekly for a car or whatever, and I saw the cars they had. So I told the man, all right, I'm coming. I called me an Uber. The Uber man came and took me there and what have you. The car I really wanted was banging, but the car wouldn't start. So he was like, oh, it just needs a new battery. I was like, nah, bro. If the car don't start now, nah, I'm good. Because that just meant it wasn't for me. So I sat in another car, a RAV4, the the RAV4, Toyota RAV4, and I'm like, this little baby Jeep is cute, but I'm big. And I looked in the rearview mirror and I saw this blue and black car behind me, and it was the same car, just different years. And y'all know blue is my favorite color, child. It was like an electric blue. And I was like, I said, can I see those two cars? He said, well, you want to see the black one? Because it's more new than the blue one. I was like, no, I want the blue one. So he said, well, test drive it. And if you like it, go back over to the other lot. So I test drove it and went back over to the other lot. Y'all, when I tell you the exact amount of disability was what I needed to get my car insurance, and still have a little bit of money left over. Because I never questioned God. Because everybody told me, "Oh, you're gonna get so much money from having to wait," and da 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 da. And it wasn't. It wasn't nothing of what they told me. And I was a little disappointed because I had another car in mind, and they was holding it for me. And I was a little disappointed when I had to tell them that I couldn't get that car. And here, God made a way for me to get a whole nother car. And that, like, y'all don't understand when God does things for me. I get so overwhelmed that I just want to cry. And it was an amazing feeling to drive off the lot that day with the car, because he said, well, if you don't mind waiting, he said, I need to clean it and, get it good for you. He said, if you don't mind waiting, you can wait or you can come back
I
tomorrow.
love that car.
And I was like, you know what? I want to wait because I don't want to pay another Uber to go home and then another Uber to come back. So I'll wait. So I went and sat in Dunkin' Donuts, Tramel's favorite spot, Dunkin' Donuts, and had me a muffin and a coffee. And I called one of my good friends, my daughter, and her and I was talking, and she was like, bitch, you never cease to amaze me. God will always bless you. I have seen it happen in your life since I've known you. I said, girl, won't he do it? I said, won't he do it all the time?
Okay.
And then it just dawned on me, had I got that car when I wanted it, it would have got repossessed because I wouldn't have been able to pay for it because they fired me and I didn't have no money from disability for 5 months. So I would have lost the car anyway. So not finding what I was looking for was a blessing in disguise because I promise you, when I was looking for it, nothing came up. When that day when my spirit said, look now, it just came up and it was like, wow. So that long drawn out story was to tell you, because things ain't looking right for you at the moment, don't mean God won't fix them. But he got to fix them when he know that you're able to fix them.
Right.
Because had he given me a car when I wanted the car, I wouldn't have had the car.
And see, that's why y'all, I got to correct you. We always saying in my time, in my time, in my time, in my time. It's not in your time. You have to, what I've been saying? In his time. Because in his time. Y'all got to understand that God don't operate on the same clock that we do. He don't operate from 12 midnight to 12 in the morning. He just doesn't. So y'all have to understand that our God that we serve, it's in his time that he does things. You may be expecting that blessing at 2 o'clock, but the Lord may give you the blessing at 1:30. So that's what I'm saying. It's not in your time. It's in his time. It's in his time. And when his time comes to bless you, he just blesses you. God just blesses you.
And everything that you want may not be what you need.
Right.
I've
So
learned.
Joseph, I learned that. I learned that in the past couple days.
I've learned that God gives me
Considering
what I need as opposed to what I want. Because what I want may not necessarily be what I need. And y'all, we not on camera because y'all know we're a little rough. It was dialysis day today. We're a little rough. We're a little rough. And I don't know what Georgia giving, honey, but it is like 12 degrees down here.
It's cold. It's brick.
I went out this morning and was like, well, hell, am I still upstate New York and Rome? Because this is what the Rome weather feel like. I'm like,
Yeah, it's cold here. It's cold here. Like,
it is brick.
Our doors on our car were frozen shut. So
right, the doors was frozen shut. I was like, child, listen. I don't need this right now. I came down here to escape this, honey. And I walked right back into it. But it's cold everywhere.
It was cold today.
It's cold I forgot what they called it. They called it some kind of bomb. Some kind of winter bomb or something like that. And it's cold. It's cold, honey. It's cold. I swear I felt like I was back in Rome, New York. Because it's like that. He has blessed me to be able to graduate from college with my degree while battling depression. See, he'll do it, Janae. He will do it. And that's why in the letter I tried to offer you some words of encouragement, because I know from my own situation that he will do it. I was waking up every day when I was in that situation in 2016, begging God to kill me, begging him, why are you letting me stay alive? I'm not killing myself, because one thing, my daddy a minister, I grew up in church. So one thing that I do know is that according to the Bible, and you know, if you want to say I pick and choose what I listen to, then I pick and choose what I listen to. But according to the Bible, the one thing that you cannot be forgiven of is self-murder. So I'm like, if I'm miserable here, why would I want to die and go to hell? So I wasn't going to kill myself. I was begging him to just kill me. Like, take me in my sleep, Lord. Just let me, don't wake up tomorrow. And every day I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, like, what the hell? And honestly, right now, I'm at such a happy point in my life that me and Tramel reconnected. When everything started just falling into place. Everything started falling into place. So that's why I always tell people to hold on. Don't give up. Hold on. It may seem like it like the song says, better days are coming. And that's it is. It's just, you got to be strong enough.
Your life may seem dark right now, but trust me, there is a light. There is a light. And all you have to do is, what she say, I'm going to the light, Caroline.
All right.
Go to the light.
Yes, I'm so glad you've been able to get everything, to start getting everything back together. Because it's like once things start working out, everything, it's like a snowball effect. Everything starts working. Everything starts working. And it's like you just sit there in amazement, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. And like Tramel suffers with depression as well.
Yeah.
Well, he did. And I was never diagnosed with depression.
Oh, I know depression.
I felt like I was depressed. But when
I can tell you about it. I can tell
what happened to me happened in 2016. I don't think I was depressed. I was more dealing with my own demons and my own, how I treated people than I was depression. Because I felt like the people that I called bums because they didn't have a car, or the people I didn't want to deal with because they didn't have a job and I was making all this money, or they didn't drive a certain type of car, or they didn't have what I had, and they couldn't do what I could do. And I berated them, I belittled them. And I told Tramel, if he would have known me at that time, he would not have wanted to marry me, because I was a horrible person. And I can say that now. And God put me in that same place
Of the
of
people
all the people that I berated. And I was just like, I had to sit back and think, but I'm still a good person. All those toys and all those trinkets and all those clothes and that fancy car, they didn't make me who I was as a person. It just made me somebody who could afford that stuff. And when I realized that, I honestly, I went back and I apologized to some people because I'm very that. I'm very that. If I've done you wrong, I will apologize and let you know that I did it. I was wrong. Once I lost my first son during pregnancy, I was diagnosed and then had a second loss months later. Depression is nothing to play with. It ain't.
It's not.
Depression is nothing to play with.
It will do some things to your life. It will do some things to you. It will make you feel, oh God, you just go through so much. I know depression. I was in therapy. I'm still in therapy. That's why I'm able to deal with my depression and my PTSD, my agoraphobia, and although it's not easy, it's a process. I'm doing it. You know, um, weathering through being depressed can be oh my gosh, it can be something. And then
Janae, you better say that because we preach that in here all the time to go to therapy.
Oh yes, oh yes. Therapy works. I talk to my therapist every other week, every 2 weeks.
And and now you're really gonna win because you're gonna have all of us praying for you. Because she said it's a daily struggle, but I'm gonna win.
It is.
You're gonna win. I promise you. You're gonna win.
It's a daily struggle. It is.
It is a daily struggle.
Getting up, y'all. When you are weathering through depression, just getting out of your bed is an compliment. It's a compliment.
It's a struggle.
It's an accomplishment. Some people are not able to get out of their bed.
You know what? Even though I'm not fond of this person anymore, but I told y'all I can give a person kudos when they deserve them. I listened to them do a live, and they were talking about how they had a stroke, and they,
oh yeah,
they had a stroke, and it was hard for them to get out of bed, and what have you, and they had to realize that they still had a stroke mentality. Even though their body was well, they still had a stroke mentality. That triggered me so well because I was the same way. I had the stroke, but I didn't want to do anything because I just couldn't move the way I used to move. I couldn't do the things that I used to do the way I used to do them. I could do them, but I just couldn't do them the way I used to do them, that I was used to doing them. And I was just so, I guess in that moment I was depressed because I just wanted to be back to my normal self. And when Tramel told me one day, I said it to him. I said, because Tramel will tell y'all, I don't really lose it all the time. And I don't really open up about a lot of things. But this one particular day, I said to him, I said, I just want to be normal. I just want to be my normal self again. And he was like, babe, you are normal. And when you realize that this is your new normal, you'll be okay.
Right.
And I didn't want to hear that at the time. But I'm the type of person, you could say something to me, and I'll look like I ignored you or I wasn't paying you attention, or I'll get mad and be like, I don't want to hear that shit. But what you say resonates with me. And I'll keep it in my head and I'll think about what you said over and over and over again. And it just made sense to me that, you know what? He's right. This is my new normal, and I can either live in it or I could stay in the bed and be, crying over it. So I chose to. Tremella tell y'all, since we moved to Georgia, he ain't seen me move so much in the last 2 years.
Right.
He ain't seen me move so much in the last 2 years. Because I was just determined. I said, I'm not going to Georgia and have the same mindset. I'm not going to Georgia and, just want to just not do anything. I don't care if it's a struggle. I'm gonna struggle my way through. I'm not gonna do nothing now. I already messed up when I passed out at the Walmart because I should have just not never went by myself. But me being hard headed and not listening to myself, I did what I did, and you know. But going forward, if I don't think I could do something, I'm just not going to do it. Or I'll tell Tramel, you need to come with me because this ain't going to happen. Um, and stuff like that. And I have really, 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 really been on board and trying. I have a confession. When I first started watching y'all, I was heavily depressed because my mom had just died in my arms, and y'all helped me get out of my depression. I am so glad we
Who's
were
that?
able to help you. Luna,
Who?
I'm so glad that we were able to help you get out of that depression. Cause I know what that's like too. So I know what that's like too. And it's
Wow.
it's a hard thing. Me and Tramel, it's not that. I just love you. No, right there.
Wow.
I just it just y'all don't really know how many times me and Tramel was really about to give up
Yeah.
and not do this.
Yeah.
And I just read a post in my memories on Facebook the other day, today, matter of fact,
Yeah.
that said we were talking about giving up. And that day, we were talking about giving up that day on our way to church. And that was the day we met Nelson.
Uh-huh.
And we were talking about, oh, we're not going to do this no more. People ain't paying us attention, yada, yada, yada. And we went to church, and it was our second time being there, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, he kept staring at us the whole time in church. So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is he looking at?
Yeah.
But I can't act a fool in church. So he finally, when church was over, he said, "You guys are the McRaeKingz." And we were like, "Yeah." So now it made sense why he was staring. So he was like, "You guys are the McRaeKingz. My husband watches you all the time. And when I told him that I saw you guys last week, he was like, what?" He was like, "Yeah, they come to our church now." And he was like, "Well, if you see them next week, you tell them I said hello." He said, "So I'm saying hello." And my husband, he works on Sundays, but he said he's going to get a Sunday off because he really wants to meet you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is Antoine. Y'all see him in our chat from time to time.
Mm-hmm. Well, our biggest supporter.
One of our biggest supporters. And just think, me and Tramel had that day said we were going to give up.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done it before, and people have just
And
out of the
husband
blue.
had so many nice things to say about us. We were like,
Wow.
we can't give up. We can't give
Right.
up. We can't give up, Joseph. And so we came back. There was another time we wanted to give up, remember?
Me and Tramel have wanted to give up a few times, and every time, and we don't tell nobody, we just keep it amongst ourselves, because I'm like, I hate when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit doing this, I'm gonna quit doing that," because if you really wanted to quit, you just quit and go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
When you start announcing it, it's not that you want to do it, but we would, of course, talk amongst ourselves because it's the McRaeKingz,
Right.
not the McRaeKing. So we we talked about it amongst ourselves, and here comes somebody sending us an email.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get me through chemotherapy. I listen to y'all every morning because we used to come on in the mornings with Coffee with the Kingz. And you make me laugh, and by the time y'all are done, my chemo is done, and y'all get me through my day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tramel, we can't stop. Now it ain't even an option. We haven't thought about quitting in a very long time. Like, we may argue or whatever with each other. It
is what it is.
Right. It just is what it is, and it's like, we don't realize how many people we bless because we make you laugh, we make you cry, we inspire you, we try to give you a little bit of everything. And we know we're not for everybody, because there are people that just come on YouTube and just want to laugh all day, or they want to be part of the mess all day, or whatever. Me and Tramel try to give you a different variety of stuff without, of course, not being messy.
Mm-hmm.
That we won't really do.
Oh,
but
I never do messy. No.
I mean, we have done messy before. Some of y'all have caught us in action.
Mm-hmm.
When people mess with us, we will, be messy
Light
back.
them, honey, light them for the gods.
We will be messy back, honey, because what you're not going to do is sit and think you're going to talk about the McRae and we ain't going to say nothing back to your ass.
Right,
that ain't going to happen.
I wish the millionaire would.
Especially with this mouth y'all know I got.
Mm-hmm. And the one I got, woo,
so
it's worse than his.
Y'all know. So, we just, Melissa dropped the link again. If anybody want to come up and say something, you guys can. We just...
Yeah, somebody come up, somebody, come up.
You ain't got to show your face, because we ain't showing our face.
Well, yeah, just turn your camera off. You ain't got to show your face. There's an option there where you can keep your camera on or you can turn it off. So somebody come on up. We want to hear from y'all. We really do. We really want to hear from you guys and hear what you have to say as well. But guys, that's the beauty of having a heart, is the ability to just feel some type of empathy, compassion.
Click on that link. Wait, hold on. Luna, click on that link Melissa just dropped. Or Melissa, can you drop the link again so Luna could click on it?
Mm-hmm. There she goes.
There she go. Okay. Hold on, y'all. No. Wait a minute.
You gotta add.
Wait.
Gotta add her.
What did I just do? Cancel.
No, wait.
There you go.
You have to add her.
Add.
Yes, there she goes.
Hello?
Hey, Luna.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing good. How are you?
Oh my God, I'm okay. Ooh, well, I just wanted to ask y'all. And well, first of all, let me say hello to everyone that's in the chat. Good night, everyone. You guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. I remember I started to watch you guys last year sometime.
Oh, wow.
And it's been a minute. I was the one, remember I told y'all I'm from the Caribbean and I cook oxtails and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Why are you going to make oxtails for you guys? And I'm like, yeah, next time I make it,
Uh-huh.
But around that time is when my mother had passed away. That was like 2018. And I was really, really depressed when I started watching you guys. And just watching you guys and the genuine love that you guys had and just the hilarity of it. I'm like, oh, these two are awesome. I love them. I was like, these are my uncles now. And I started watching you guys more and more. But if you haven't noticed, I haven't been on the live for a very long time, and there's a reason.
Right.
Last year I ended up getting a rare blood disorder. In the hospital, had a couple strokes.
Ooh.
Was on life support, and when I woke up, I was literally like paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just started walking again not too long ago, a couple months now. I have my good days and bad days, but
right.
And I was diagnosed with lupus recently, so it was lupus all along.
Oh wow, yeah. And lupus can be it's quite a battle from what I'm told.
Really is.
But I'm so my condolences to you first of all. I'm sorry you lost your mom.
Yeah.
And I just recently had a friend that lost their parent, and I said to him, and I'll say this to you as well. It doesn't get better; it just gets easier. It just becomes easier to deal with the loss. You have to take your mom's death and put it in perspective and just think about all the great things that she did. Think about all of the you know, just think about all those things. Think about the wonderful person she was,
Oh.
and I mean, you'll always miss her, but the
Mhm.
love, and just the ability to reflect on who she was as a person is
Mhm.
something that will comfort you every day of your life.
But let me say this, because Trell doesn't understand like I understand,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm right there with you when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, he's right, because that's what I do. I always think of the happy times, and like now around Christmas time, even though Thanksgiving was my mother's holiday that she really enjoyed, when it
Mhm.
comes to Christmas, I always reflect back on her face when she was able to make me and my sister like super happy and give us what we really wanted. And we'd
Right.
go in her room 3 o'clock in the morning, telling me, "Boy, take your little fat butt back to sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't getting up for you to open no gifts yet." So
Right.
I think of those things because those are the things that make me laugh. Those are the things that bring me joy. I
Mhm.
don't want to remember her in the hospital on life support. I don't want to remember her of
Right.
those days going up to there. I don't, because that wasn't my mother. That was just a body that she was
Mhm.
in that was deteriorating, that
Mhm.
was its time
Mhm.
to be gone. It came to
Yes.
this earth and it was time for it to go.
That's right.
But her spirit lives on in me. Trust me.
Absolutely.
She has a journey. She has an
I
assignment.
know the hole in your heart. I
Absolutely.
know that hole.
Oh,
And if you can hear, I'm starting to cry because I know that hole. I
it's.
know that void. I know it.
Mhm.
And it will never, ever get filled. But the love my mother gave me, the love she gave other people, like I was mad, I was furious at my mother's funeral because people kept telling me, "Oh, your mother did this for me. Oh, your mother was this. Oh, your mother was that." And I wanted to tell them, "Shut up, my mother's dead. I don't care what she did for you." But
Right.
now when I think back to it, it just lets me know how much of a great woman she
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
and how people thought of
Right.
her.
Right.
And
Mhm.
how Tremel never met her, but just the stories he hears from her, he's able to say, "Your mother really must have been a really good
Oh yeah.
woman,"
Oh yeah.
because just stories that he hears about her. So I just hope that in my life that I can be half the man she was, the whole woman she was,
Mhm.
because I
Oh,
get it.
please, Joseph.
Stop
I
crying,
get it.
Papa.
I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because it took me a long time to get to this point where
Right.
I can accept that my mother, and this 2023 will be 13 years, but it took me a long time. I didn't even know that I was still grieving my mother 7 years into it.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd have asked me, I was over it. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
living my life and I'm doing what I'm doing. I know I changed. I changed a lot. Things that I enjoyed doing, I didn't want to do no more. And
Mhm.
my mother, me and my sister laugh all the time because I said, what mommy thought you were going to do, I did. And what mommy thought I was going to do, you did. And my
Right.
sister went on and lived her
Mhm.
life, but that's because she had just had she had a 4 year old. So she couldn't just lay down and just,
Give up.
give
Yeah.
up because she had to take
Mhm.
care of her daughter. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it was the opposite because all I had to take care of was 2 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was a mama's boy. When I tell you I was a mama's boy, I was a mama's boy in every sense of the word of being a mama's boy. That was me. That was Joseph McRae.
Right.
And you know, I just want you to heal from everything. I
And
trust
he
me.
will. She
I'm
will.
with
You
you with the
will.
strokes. I only had one stroke, but this
Mm-hmm.
one child, I don't even know how you
Mhm.
did it with 3 more, because
Mhm.
one was enough for me. I
No, you
just
you know you got to pray. You got to thank God that you made it through. Don't
Mhm.
stop thinking about the stroke. Let the stroke go, because when you let the stroke go, then you're able to move forward. And
Yes.
I
Yes.
yeah, I'm a strong believer of that, especially when it comes to health. It just really,
Mhm.
you really have to. There's certain things you have to let go, and that's why I told my husband, "This is
Yes.
your new normal. This is your new normal." You people, we have to understand. We have a journey. All of
Yeah.
us have a journey. Your mother had a journey, and your journey goes beyond this earth, this planet Earth that we live on. When you
Oh,
pass away, you go on to your journey. You continue on with your journey, whether that be for God to give you a
absolutely.
place in His kingdom, or for you to reincarnate, whatever.
Whatever you
You
believe.
have a new journey once you
Yeah.
leave this earth. And,
Yes.
we have to understand that. In all of us, every
Wow.
single one of us, there's
Wow.
none of us, not one person on this earth that will avoid moving
Mm.
on to the next journey. And
Exactly.
yes,
No.
we miss them. I mean,
Mm.
and what I tell you all the time, Joseph, my father died
Mm.
in 1990. That was 30.
Something
That
years
was
ago.
32 years ago, 31 years ago. It's not a
Mhm.
day that goes by I don't think about him, and he makes me laugh. I laugh, and see those are the things you have to look for. You have to really really focus on when you think about something that your mom did when she was here, and it made you laugh. Laugh about it. If if you need to cry, get it out your system. That's like with the depression. I was diagnosed with PTSD, depression. I was diagnosed with agoraphobia, which is the fear of large crowds. And I was also diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And, through therapy, I have learned so much. I tell people, go to therapy. Therapy is so important because your therapist will give you the tools to deal with yourself. My therapist gives me the tools to deal with me, to deal with Tramel, who he is as a person. You
Well,
know,
one thing I know, you ain't got no more
what's that?
agoraphobia, because child, you always want to be in a damn
Yeah.
crowd.
I don't have the agoraphobia left me when I moved back home. But I'm just saying, your therapist will give you the tools that you need to deal with yourself.
Who's this
If you
truck
don't know how to
coming?
deal with yourself, then then
You do
seek,
it, because
seek
I
seek
don't do
out
it
your
right.
therapy, so that you
Mm.
can better yourself.
No, how we trying to come on our own live?
Are we not?
I agree. I agree
No,
because
wait. Do
We're
that
not.
again and hit ban from the
No, no,
studio.
no, no. Leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there.
and I
Why?
want to reiterate what Joseph was saying and what Tramel also what you guys said that after the stroke, like physically not being able to do what you used to do, it caused a hell of a lot of depression.
It
However,
It
does.
does.
Mm-hmm.
how you guys just said, Tramel just said, this is your new norm. This is you're still the same person. You just have a couple of limitations. But God, we survived what we survived and we went through. We're still here to be able to tell our
Yes.
testimony, to
Mm-hmm.
to relate with people that went through the same thing.
Right. And you may not be able to do the same things the same way you did them before, but thank God
Mhm.
that you're still able to do them.
Right.
Right,
That's what I'm saying. You
right,
know, thank God
right.
that you're still able to do those things. You may have to do them in a different way. You may have to slow down,
Different.
or you may
Right.
have to, get a little assistance. But thank God
Mhm.
that you are able to get up and do them.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing about life.
But you're still alive to even get up another day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
We all have our trials, our tribulations. We have our shortcomings. We have so many different things that happen to us and that occur on a daily basis. God is here to help us deal with those things. You just have to have faith. Sometimes you have to walk out on faith. Sometimes you have to just be that good person and align yourself to be blessed. You have to align yourself to be blessed. If
Mm-hmm.
you are doing good things, if you're a good person, God is going to bless you all the time. I promise you guys. I
Yes.
promise. When you are good to yourself and you're good to others, God is always going to bless you.
That's so true.
Always.
It's so true. It's so true. It is
Hmm.
absolutely 1000% facts. And it's like you gotta. I'll tell you this, man. For some reason I clicked on the live tonight, and it was just exactly what I needed to hear at the time of what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing,
Thank
and I
you.
tell you guys that you guys are inspiration. And I do, I'll be on here more often now that I'm able to move around and do certain things, now. But I was really going through it for a minute there. And like I said,
Yeah.
you guys helped me get through that a hell of a lot with your story times.
Yeah.
And my favorite story is when y'all said y'all went to, I don't know where you guys went, but y'all was outside smoking a cigarette on something. and it was some sort of critter or a raccoon or something came, and
Oh,
Joseph took off.
With
we
the
were in the
Poconos.
Poconos.
Yeah, oh yeah, that one.
Oh my God. I
Yeah,
laughed so hard. I must have watched that live about 5 times.
yeah, that's when we first got married. We went to the Poconos. We were sitting outside on the terrace. We were smoking a cigarette. And this little animal came walking around the corner, and I went up.
He lost
Yeah,
his mind.
I lost my mind. But yeah, that was so funny. That was so
That's
funny. Thank
hilarious.
you
That's
so much, Luna, for your support. You know, you just being here is supporting us. You know, thank you so very, very much for
Yeah, and
your support and for
I'm
you
down
being
a
someone
little.
that is interested in who we are. You know,
Oh yeah.
that's what we want. We want people to know who the McRae Kings are, but we also want to share our, you know, our message of, you know, loving people and caring about one another and caring about other people.
Yes.
What did you think about what we did with the go get your blessing?
I don't know. I didn't know anything about it until tonight when you guys were
But she
saying,
didn't know until she
Oh
saw it
wow,
tonight
okay.
because this is
yeah,
one of her first times back in her life.
Oh, okay, okay.
right, after getting sick and stuff, and I seen y'all live. I'm like, I could never catch y'all when y'all go live, and I just managed
Oh,
to.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, we're here. We're here every night between the hours of 10:30 and 12 midnight or longer. Lately,
Right.
it's been longer, but you know, we thank you. We thank you so much for
Yeah,
your
and I
support.
you guys for just being who you are, and just keep up the good work. Right now, I'm going through a financial crisis,
Oh
and so
no.
I'm not able to kind of support like with Cash App and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I can, I'm gonna send you guys a little something, something. It might not be much, but it's just a little small token of my appreciation for you guys.
Well,
I'm not doing that because I'm on the live, and I'm just saying that actually,
mhm.
I'm, you know, I've always wanted to, but when you're on a fixed budget and a fixed
Oh,
income,
we
Oh,
child,
know.
trust me, I know. Let me tell you something.
We know about that.
We really appreciate you wanting to, you know, give us something monetary. But
hmm
just know, we just also want you to know that you just being here is
yeah,
support enough. It is
yeah,
support enough. We don't do this for the money. We did this for the money,
I
child.
know.
We'd have quit long
Yeah, we
time
did this for the
ago.
money, child.
Another
We
reason why
quit a
you
long
guys
time ago.
are
We
awesome.
don't do this for the money. We do this simply for the love of people. That's what we do it for.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Trust me, I know. Real recognize real. And I just want to thank y'all again for giving me the opportunity to come up and kind of tell my story. And just,
Hmm.
you guys have awesome moderators. They're all nice.
Yeah,
Um,
you hear that, man, Melissa?
you
That's my girl.
know, Monica was another one.
Yeah.
Don was another one that's been around for a while. That when I was back on the live, and yeah, so you got a lot of day ones in here, as I can
Oh
see.
yes, most definitely. Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of people in here that have been with us since the
We
day we
started.
started. Yeah, and
And
we
tell
appreciate. But we appreciate all of you guys. We really do. We
that
really, you know, this is not. You know, although we're doing a show, we don't put on an act. This is not an act for us. We really, really
right.
love you guys so much, and we appreciate you guys so much. And you guys humble us. You know, people humble us. Even the one from the ones that just, you know, say nice things, to the
Mhm.
ones that, you know, send us monetary gifts, to the ones that, you know, send us emails and tell us their stories and let
Yes.
us know, you know, I'm a normal person, and you know, the gift for us is we can relate. We can
Oh,
relate to what you're going through. I can relate to that. Like Joseph can relate to you going through a stroke. He knows what
mhm.
that feels like, you know, and that's
Mhm.
the gift that we get, is that we can relate to you guys. And when
Right.
we can relate to you guys, we can give you those words of encouragement and let you know that
Mhm.
everything is going to be all right.
It will.
It's going to be all
And
right.
I needed to hear that tonight, Tramel. I really did. I thank you for that because it's been hard. It's been
Everything is
hard.
going to be all right. I'm
I'm
telling you,
telling
you may think
you.
that everything, you may think that this is the end of the road, but I promise you, everything is going to be all right. All you have to do is you just have to take a couple of deep breaths and allow Allow what is going to happen to you to happen. I'm telling you, the blessing is right there. You just have to sit back. You have to allow it to happen.
And you have to, and I'm gonna tell you how I did it because I went through a stroke. I almost died. Tremel didn't even know what to do. They made him sign a paper that said it could put me in a coma, and they didn't know when I would come out of the coma. Thank God I only stayed in the coma for 3 days. I done been through so much surgeries and things that I had to sit back one day when they told me I had AFib and I lost it. Cause I'm the strong friend. I'm the one that people come to. I'm the one that encourages everybody. And now it was like
You
every
were
year
really
I did not want the new year to come in because it was like, what's gonna happen to me this year, God? What's gonna happen to me this year, God?
right.
And you
Right.
know what?
Wow.
When we just moved, when I moved from Rome, upstate New York, back to Jersey, I ended up having to have hernia surgery. I'm like,
Oh.
here we go again. Then I moved down here to Georgia. I passed out in the Walmart and bust my head. They thought my skull was cracked and I was bleeding. My brain was bleeding. And thank God none of that was it. But when that happened, let me tell you the difference. When that happened, I never said, what next, God? I just
Right.
accepted it and said, okay, well, I'm here, but there's other things I want to fix. So let me get them fixed while I'm here. And when I tell you they are fixing me, I didn't even realize how much weight I lost
Mhm.
until because I'm getting things fixed now. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm a skinny little thing now. I got to buy new clothes.
You didn't know all of that happened, Joseph. My
And
God.
I'm like, you have to, my determination, and you may have heard Tramel speak about it. My determination, like when I had a stroke, I couldn't walk either. Well, I could
Hmm.
walk, but I couldn't walk normally. And
Okay.
without a cane, or even with a cane, I was still wobbling, like I couldn't really walk. And I told Tramel, I said, let me tell you something. I had my stroke. I will never forget. It was the first week of when it was of 2020. And I told Tramel, I said, I'm going to walk by my mother's birthday. And he said, well, when is your mother's birthday? I said, February 9th. He said,
Hmm.
oh, that's nice, Papa, that you think that. But, you know, if it don't happen, don't get. I said, oh, it's going to happen.
Hmm.
And for
Hmm.
me, I speak things into existence.
Oh
And if
yes.
it doesn't happen, I don't get depressed. I don't get sad because I just be like, okay. And honestly, if I wasn't walking right by my mother's birthday, I would have said, okay, by my sister's birthday, because her birthday was March 20th. So it was like I would have just kept going, going, going down the line of people in my family's birthdays that I knew. But I was so determined that I was going to walk. Like nothing and nobody was going to stop me. And Tramel, we just told the story the other night how I I was
That's
starting
amazing.
able to walk. I went out to Dunkin' Donuts in the snow and the ice. I got out of the car, walked inside in the snow and the ice, came back to the car, and then called him. He's calling me, going, "Where the hell are you?" Because he finally had
Mhm.
woke up. And he was like, "Where the hell are you?" I was like, "Oh, I went to Dunkin' Donuts." He was like, "Why the hell would you go to Dunkin' Donuts knowing you can't walk?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't go through the drive-through. I went inside. I walked inside by myself with no
Yes,
cane,
baby.
and I came
Yes.
back because I'm just that determined person. I might not be able to walk the way I used to walk, but I can walk. And
But you walked it.
I'm gonna be honest. I just gave in yesterday to riding that little cart around Walmart because I did not want to do it because I felt if I did it, it was defeating the purpose of me saying I was going to walk.
Okay.
And I finally gave in. And honestly, it was the best thing I did. I said, "Oh, I'm not tired. I can really enjoy being in the store now." Because I
Right.
was so determined just to hold on to the shopping cart and just walk like everybody else. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no, Tramel said this is my new normal. So if riding in this little cart is my new normal, then I have to embrace my new normal and
Correct.
accept it. And so I'm just saying to you, just be strong. I know
Yes.
how it feels, I know how it looks, but just be
Mhm.
strong. You put in your head, you speak it into existence. This is what I want and when I want it. If you don't get it, then just change it to another date. It just it because you will get it eventually. I promise you, you will get it eventually. Don't just sit there and feel sorry for yourself. I did
Right.
that, and I'm not
Right.
gonna lie, I did that. I felt sorry for myself because you can, and like I was just saying before, you can come out of your stroke but still have a stroke mentality where you can get up and walk and do the things that you want to do, just not the way you may have done them before. But that stroke mentality says, well, you can't do it the way you did it before. You can't get up and move as quickly as you could, so why bother? That's the stroke
Right.
mentality. Getting up
Right.
and doing it is beating what happened to you. Getting up
Mm-hmm.
and doing it is showing you and proving to yourself, well, you know what? I can't walk. Like today, I had to hold on to Tramel's shoulder. And I said, oh, I'm moving too fast. And he's like, I'm moving too fast. I'm trying. I said, no, it ain't you. It's me. Because
Right.
now, because I've been walking around so much, I try to walk at the pace I used to walk. And I have to remember, no, 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 slow down. You can't walk that fast no more. Because
Right.
I've been doing it so much. And you have to change the mentality. Once you start to learn to change the mentality,
you gotta put yourself in a different headspace. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I promise you, any and everything you want was going to come to fruition.
It will.
But one, you have to speak it into existence. And two, you have to accept it for what it is right now. And because when you try to pretend like it ain't there, that pretending, we can sit in the dark and pretend that it's light all we want, but we know we sitting in the dark.
You sit there and say, no, this is not happening to you. And it's really
But once we realize we sitting in the dark, watch your eyes focus, and you able to see little things in the room, and because you're not in denial anymore. So my prayer for you is that you just learn to accept how you are right now. I know that's hard because I trust me.
And just deal with it.
And deal with it the best way you can. And every day, just say, you know what? Today I walked into the bathroom. Tomorrow I'm gonna walk into the kitchen. The next day I'm gonna go to the living room. And every day, just set a goal for yourself, and then say, well, today I'm gonna go to the bathroom and the living room, and then today I'm gonna go to the bathroom, the living room, and the kitchen. And it was hard for me to start cooking again because I couldn't cook. Well, not that I can't cook, but it was just hard to get up and stand there and cook. And because my whole right side, my stroke affected my right side. And I'm right-handed. So, and it was just like, I just had to learn and force myself to do the things that I felt I couldn't do anymore to do them. But because in the end of the day, I could still cook.
Right.
I didn't forget how to cook. I just didn't want to cook because I was just like, well, I got to stand there, or maybe I got to bring a chair with me in the kitchen because I can't stand there. And you know what? We had a chair in the living room, and I would just roll it. It was like an office chair. And I would just roll the chair into the kitchen. And when I couldn't stand up no more because my right leg was just feeling like it was going to give out, I'd sit my big ass down and stir my food up and pull my food out the oven. Tramel, the food is ready. And get up from the chair and go sit and eat. You just got to do what you can do. Do what you can do.
Everything that you do is a process.
And learn a different way to do it.
That's it.
Because you
and
can't
accept the different way to do it. You have to accept the different way of doing things.
You do. And trust me,
you got to hold on to the rail when you go down the stairs. You got to accept that that's what I got to do.
My prayers are with you. I'm praying for you. We both are. I'm probably one of your biggest fans right now because the next time you come on this live, I just want you to tell me, Joseph, guess what I'm doing now? Joseph, I'm walking through the park. Joseph, I got up and did this and that.
Yes.
But she got disconnected.
Oh, man.
She got disconnected, but I know you can still hear me. And, I just want to hear what you got.
And, Melissa, do me a favor and put the Amazon wish list in the chat. Somebody was asking or was saying that they were trying to send us something and they wanted to know were we still on Amazon. Are we still on Amazon?
Yeah.
We are still on Amazon. One of our mods, please put the link to the Amazon wish list.
Melissa's the only one that have it.
Oh, okay.
You can go to the description box and copy it.
Right, okay. Well, we'll put it in the description of this video just in case. Yeah.
I know, Luna. It's okay.
Luna.
Wait, somebody asked us a question. Hold on.
Oh, did they?
I was trying to read it. I tried to send you something from Amazon. Oh, that's what you was reading. Yeah. In all honesty, I don't know if we are going to go live on Christmas Day.
We may.
We may. So to tell you a
we
time,
may have Christmas dinner with you
to
guys.
tell you a time, I wouldn't be able to give you a time. I wouldn't be able to give you a time because I don't want to say a time and then we don't show up at the time and we show up 4 or 5 hours later. But we may go live on Christmas Day. Normally we have gone live on Christmas Day. So yeah.
Yeah, we may.
Luna, you are welcome and you don't have to thank us for our encouragement.
Right.
That's what we're here for. That's what we do.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. That's what we do.
We thank you because you warmed our hearts and you told us your story and you shared your journey with us. And thank you for sharing your journey. It's a lot of people in the kingdom that are, they're shy and they don't want to speak up simply because they're shy. It's not because they're afraid, they're just shy of, speaking up in crowds or speaking up amongst people. But we want you guys also to know that, even in spite of you not telling us your story, we still are praying for you. We still, as humans, want everybody. That's how I am, Joseph. I want everybody to win. I be wanting everybody to win. I just want everybody to be able to do everything they need to do or want to do. In the midst of me, if I can encourage someone to do so, that does my heart good. So Luna, you do my heart good. Thank you so much for you being you and you sharing with us. And y'all know that all of us have a journey. All of us have a journey that we must go on. Once you realize that you have a journey to walk, then life will be so much better. Y'all ever heard that? You ever heard that poem Footsteps? And the guy talks about how he's walking and he can see his footsteps in the sand. He said, but there's sometimes when he's going through bad things that he don't see no footsteps.
No, he see one footstep.
No, he said he don't see none. And so when he asked God, well, what, why didn't I see no footsteps there? God said, well, that's when Jesus was carrying you. That's when I was carrying you. You were on me. I was carrying you through your journey. And y'all, that's what I'm saying. When I think about that, I think that when I'm being carried and there's no footsteps in the sand, God is carrying me. That's when I'm being blessed. That's when I'm being taken care of the way I need to be taken care of. That's when I'm getting the things that God so desires me to have. So, guys, think about that. All of us have a journey. Just walk on your journey and allow your journey to take place and deal with it. And it's not easy. It's not easy to deal with. Some things are just not easy to deal with.
I just say
some things are just not easy to weather through. And some of us may take things differently than the other person does, but that's okay. That's okay. Be you. Be your own authentic self. That's all God wants. God ain't looking for perfection from us. If he was looking for perfection from us, then we would be perfect. But he's not looking for that from us. He's looking for us to be who we want to be. And that's all I'm saying. Be the person that you want to be. Be who you want to be.
Yes. And yo. Oh, it's that time. Somebody else wanted to come up, but you wasn't coming up because your name in the back room was the McRaeKingz, and there could only be one McRaeKingz, so I wasn't going for the...
No, you're wrong about that, but I'll tell you what happened.
Well, anyway, if that other person still wants to come up, they can come up. If not, y'all know what time it is. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's that time that we say goodbye.
Yes, we thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you join us on all social media platforms. Make sure you go over to y'all need to go over to the McRaeKingz boutique. Joseph, are they putting the link in the comments?
No, it's in the description box though.
Okay, y'all need to go over to the McRaeKingz boutique and get your McRaeKingz merch. You need to get we got mugs and t-shirts. We got all different type of merchandise over there. Y'all need to go and check us out. Just go and check us out. Just go and look at the boutique and see what it is. And you may find something that you want. You may find something that you like. So go over to the McRae boutique. And guys, we thank you. We thank you once. We thank you twice for all of your support. Thank you for all the birthday support that you guys gave me, and we thank you for all of the Christmas support that you have been giving us. We've been getting donations from people for the McRae platform, and we appreciate you. We
And
want you to know
thank
we
you guys
appreciate
for
you.
helping us bless Janae.
Thank you. Yes,
With the
thank
Christmas
you.
blessing.
I
Get
want
your
to,
blessing.
Janae, could you please? I don't know if she's still here. I would love to get her information because I would love to speak to her.
I have her email and everything.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. So Janae, the McRae will be getting in contact with you because we really want to have some a conversation with you in the future. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys so much. This is an awesome platform. We are awesome people. We all are awesome people. And you guys remember that. If nobody ever told you that they loved you, know that the McRaeKingz love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about that.
And since it's Christmas Eve, I want all of you to have the best, merriest Christmas ever.
Yes.
And
Have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas dinners. Enjoy the people that are going to be the loved ones that you're going to be surrounded by. Enjoy them.
And even if you're not surrounded by your loved one, enjoy the fact that you're up. You're eating.
Yes,
you're able to eat.
You're in your right mind. Yes,
you and your some people a little crazy.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But I'll take it.
Yeah. But thank God, I thank God I'm in my right mind. I thank God.
Melissa just put the link to the boutique in.
Okay, great.
So good night, Leon. Good night, everybody saying good night to us. But y'all know how we end every show.
Yeah.
Walk in love, peace, sunshine, happiness, and all those great and wonderful things. And always, always, always remember,
it's Team McRae
all damn day.
So I'll see you guys soon.
See you tomorrow night.
Happy
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Happy Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's Merry Christmas Eve.